Behind the Veil, Cold Case Tarot. What follows is not an investigation. It doesn't claim facts, outcomes, or conclusions. This is a collaborative effort. Myself as the tarot reader reading the symbolisms. The other portion being the shaman who comes into remote view along with soul retrieval. This is a reflective story told with care, respect, and compassion. So we enter into this next story gently. It's of a woman by the name of Deeanna, and she was 31 years old, living in Calgary, Alberta. Calgary is a large city. People rely heavily on public transportation to move between neighborhoods, quadrants, and connection points. Buses and trains become lifelines, especially when someone is tired, overwhelmed, or trying to find their way home. On the night of June 6, 2025, Deeanna was seen traveling through different quadrants of Calgary using public transit. She moved through the system, transferring, asking questions, trying to orient herself. At one point, she exited a bus. Since that moment, she hasn't been seen. She was someone's sister, someone's daughter, and someone's whole world, especially to a small bird who waited for her. So I asked Deeanna, what happened to you that night? And we have the Ten of Wands come out. And the Ten of Wands is where I'm carrying a lot of responsibilities or expectations. And I don't see the road ahead quite clearly. It's ruled by the fire element. And this is where I'm driven. So even though I'm handling and being challenged with many things, I'm handling it the best way I can. So we also see the Six of Pentacles come out. And Deeanna says, I was carrying too much responsibilities, expectations, and the pressures of trying to stay regulated in a world that often moved faster than my nervous system could handle. I wanted to do well. I wanted to stay sober. I wanted to prove that I could manage, but I was tired. I relied on support, programs, structures, people who helped me stay balanced. When those supports shifted, even temporarily, it felt like the ground underneath me tilted. And that night, I felt the tilt. That Six of Pentacles, it also involves a community. Whether it was the support system that she was having, there's somewhere along the way that support system got fractured. Whether someone let me down or the system let me down, and we have a pause moment. That Six also reflects in remote viewing. Deeanna takes the shaman into the northeast quadrant, somewhere between Rundle and Marlborough. There's a home there, and that home is where there's a lot of foot traffic. This isn't a home of a family or of a friend. This is a place that I've been in my past, and I remember it. And I'm going back to get something and exchanging something. Because the Six, you see the scales, you see someone giving someone something. There's a lot of people that go in here to get something and do an exchange, and then they leave. And that's what Deeanna showed, was that she went there, got something, and left quickly. The Eight of Wands is where I advance forward. I'm moving swiftly. And now I'm moving into the public arena again, where I take transit. She does express to the shaman in the moment of moving out, saying that she took too much. I took too much. And the Four of Cups is where I'm not really listening almost to my own intuition, or things are getting clouded, because it wants emotional stability, some type of structure, but we're ignoring it, or we don't see things clearly. So things are getting refused. We also have that Six of Wands, and this means like I'm riding into something. Again, another action-oriented card. There's a lot of drive here, a lot of momentum of some sort. And it's also where we become aware, but not fully. It could also mean trying to be victorious of some sort. But also in the case of victory, it was her own victories. And that's what Deeanna says was, please remember, I had victories. sobriety mattered, treatment mattered, trying again mattered. Don't let one night erase all the effort that came before it. The other 8 at the far right is the card of Leo. It represents the astrological signs of Leo. It means I'm proud, I have strength here, and I'm trying to gain strength, and I've been strong for a very long time, as best as I could. We had double 8s, the 8 of Wands on top of the 8 of the Strength card, meaning this is a pattern. This was like highs and lows. This is also an infinity symbol of a constant kind of a karmatic loop pattern that I had to live out, or I've lived, could be many lifetimes. The Strength was also the wiring, her own internal wiring, where many people deal with this, is where the world doesn't understand me. And so I live every day with this strength to try to perform and be something. The 10 of Swords, as she's moving through the night, we are starting to get mentally defeated. This is where I'm like, I don't know what else is going on. And Deeanna says the night wasn't about punishment or failure. It felt like everything converged at once. Stress, emotions, confusion, until the system simply couldn't hold it anymore. And in the remote viewing, it was seen that when we get off the bus, we can see the cityscape from a distance. And it's known that people need to find an anchor point when we're confused or we're under an influence. So she sees the cityscape and she goes back. She goes to get an anchor point, and we go to familiarity, because if I go there, then maybe I can get my footing again. I can get restructured. I can start again to get home. So she's seen getting off transit, where there's an iron bridge. And it's more in the southwest quadrant, inner city, and it's along the river. This might have been a place that she knew of too, and she gets off the train, and it gets a lot more dark as she moves and navigates herself. So I asked Deeanna, where are you now? And we have the Ace of Swords that comes out, and this is a card of clarity. This is also where it's something to do with some type of angle of insight. We're getting something mental here. Like I'm trying to mentally adjust to this, getting back into my anchor point here. In the remote viewing, a spirit animal comes through, and it's a black panther. And that black panther, it represents the shadow self. And this is something that Deeanna was struggling with a lot. It was along the way in her life, dealing with abandonment, dealing with these issues, dealing with lots of different traumatic things that presented itself. And that stayed with her. And navigating through that night of being confused, it was the shadow that was following her. This wasn't somebody, a physical person following her. This was herself. It's like her thoughts were going against her. In the remote viewing, it's also seen that she's running. She begins to run because she spooks herself. She hears something, she spooks, and she runs. And when she runs, there's misfooting. And the Ace of Swords is somewhere in the head region. We lose our footing, something happens, and we begin to slowly transition out. In the moment, we have an over amount of emotion coming out, to the point of convulsing. We have the Moon card along with the Ace of Cups. This is heavy emotions that are kind of birthing out. It's like it's over expressing itself. It's overflowing. And the Moon card is called the Mysterious Path, and it's also ruled by water. So it was seen in the remote viewing. There was rocks, a lot of rocks, and not big boulders. It's more of hand-sized type rocks. So I asked Deeanna, what else do you want us to know? And with that night also about being where are you? It's somewhere on the ground. It's still ground. It just hasn't been visible yet. Could also mean where we get new clarity, a new beginning, a new angle for the investigation, where a new team comes in maybe to review it. It's also a male energy here that sees something. It could also mean someone walking along a path area by the Iron Bridge, and we slowly see something and we move towards it. So I asked Deeanna, what else do you want us to know? And we have the chariot. And the chariot, it expresses keep going. This is wheels in motion, and we're coming into something that we've gained experience. And when the shaman went in for the soul retrieval, they asked, "What your family is looking for you." And this emotion explodes, and so the shaman brings in her bird, and her bird is there to ground her. And she said, "Tell her I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And she was referring to the family, mainly her sister. "I'm so sorry." And she was pouring out this emotion of how bad she felt, of everything that led up to that night, and people not being able to find her. But she really expressed, keep looking, you're gonna find me. And she says, we'll see each other soon. So we also have the hangman there. We're going to see something differently. It's also a supportive system. Gentleness really matters here to understand that somebody was dealing with something on an emotional level. The temperance acts as balance, trying to connect here. We have 1 foot in water, 1 foot on land. This is stability along with the stabilities of emotions. People need to be held more carefully, especially when they're vulnerable. That Knight of Cups is Deeanna saying, please know this. I am sorry for the confusion. I'm sorry for the worry and the pain that this caused, but I'm okay. This story doesn't claim answers, it offers reflection. Behind the veil, what remains strongest is not fear, it's love. This is Deeanna's whisper behind the veil.